All right, so I wanted to ask a question, sir. I'm very well aware, we are very well aware that right now your commission is actively poised to continue the process of ensuring that businesses are actually keeping to fair pricing across board. But my question now is, how do we sustainably ensure that price monitoring and investigation for compliance is happening across board, not just in Abuja, but in different states of the Federation? And how can we do this in real time? Because you agree with me, it might be cumbersome to just be sending operatives across the streets to go, manually, I mean, by legwork. Is there a way that we can employ a real-time monitoring when it comes to ensuring compliance for fair pricing?
Yes, there is a price monitoring index that's coming up. That's over and above the one that the NBS gives us on a weekly basis. This one will be real life and it will be domiciled by the Bank of Industry. This is a project that we have been working on over the past couple of months, and it will go live as from this week. That will monitor live prices across markets in the country, both formal and informal. But then beyond that, we have offices in like 6 of the geopolitical zones of the country. In Oshogbo for the southwest, in Oka for the southeast, in Port Harcourt for the south-south, in Katsina for the northwest, Bauchi for the northeast, and Mina for the north-central. In addition, we have offices also in Lagos and in Kano. But then our law also tells us to work with other regulatory agencies, start going to MOUs with them and work together. Right this week, La COSPA is coming to see us, and we would go into an MOU and start working together at that Lagos axis that we are talking about. We have already identified the supermarkets and the informal market that we intend to go into, and that thing would take off like yesterday. In the same manner, we are in talks with the Kano State Consumer Protection Agency also to see how we can go ahead and get the that Kano axis also in the loop. We have an automated system that people can lodge their complaints, and we have been encouraging them through all sorts of media that people should come and lodge their complaints to us whenever they see such practices happening, especially to do with false, misleading, or deceptive practices by both shops and markets. And most of the things you see us doing are really based on information that we gather from people that are coming to complain to us. The raids that you have seen happening in the supermarkets right here in Abuja are something that will continue also into the hinterland. Today, over the weekend, we were in Masaka, and today we want to be in Gosa. That's a market around on the way to the airport. Over the weekend and into next week, we intend to be in both Taraba and Benue states, so that we can find out also from the farmers and from the markets in the hinterland such issues that are going on, so we can now find out at what prices these goods leave those places and why things are so expensive, especially in this headquarters or the urban areas. So that's what the Commission is doing at the moment, and we give our assurance that we'll get to the bottom of it, we'll find out what's going on, and we would address it.
All right, let me go on a short break. When we come back, we continue with this conversation. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing this matter of pricing. And we have our guest with us. Toko had a question. Go ahead, please.
So, sir, I wanted to ask you, Dr. Adamu Abdullahi, I wanted to ask you specifically about what exactly, this raids taking place, what information did you get, did your agency get, so that people watching can know what they are looking out for before that they can report specifically? On what basis did you, what was the information that was given to you that made you go ahead with the raid? What were the comparison? And how can we as citizens, because you said we should come and inform you, what should we inform you of?
Okay, it is expected that if you go to a supermarket, you go to a shelf, you decide to buy something from that supermarket, the prices should be displayed on that shelf. So people who go to the supermarkets find prices displayed on the shelf, and by the time they go to the counter to pay, the price is different. That is deceptive, false, and misleading. and it's not a practice that we are going to endure. So we have, based on that, raided some supermarkets here in Abuja. We started with one major one in which we confirmed by ourselves that this was going on. We found out that 3 kuli that are of the same brand, of the same weight, but when we got to the counter, instead of the price displayed, which was 700 Naira, we found the same product selling for 700 Naira, for 900 Naira, another for 1,100. Same product. So, of course, that is not acceptable. And we, after showing the shop how they have done wrong, now went ahead, sealed. But along the way, we also discussed with them that we are going to keep monitoring them for the next 3 months. On a weekly basis, we'll go there and ensure that they are doing the right thing. And so far, they have complied over 97% of what's needed. But more importantly, that has sent the message clearly to other supermarkets that they shouldn't indulge in such practices. We hitherto had supermarkets that don't even display prices at all. It's when you pick a product that you go to the counter, and then the counter will tell you what price that thing is. That is not the best of practices, because it means that you are at the mercy of the store owner to decide what a product will cost. And the one that we did only last week, we uncovered something that we now felt so bad about. There are some companies that have gone comatose from 2018, 2019. I'm talking of Stallion and Caprice. This product shouldn't be, their product shouldn't be in the market as of now. But we found out that these people were selling bags of rice, Stallion rice and Caprice. So we went ahead and wanted to find out from them, is it that these products were there from 2018, 2019? Or are you being deceptive and getting these bags and bagging your own rice and selling in the name of Stallion because it is a known brand? This is an investigation that's ongoing, but we went ahead and evacuated that supermarket of all those products, at the same time sealed the warehouse so that those products cannot go out to the market again. Also found out imported coffee and other products that the expiry date has been tampered with. We also evacuated that, of course. Went to the pharmacy there, and they have some issues to do with their drugs, which we also went ahead and evacuated. It is only when these supermarkets concede and do what is right, that's when we'll go ahead and allow them to do their business without any form of guidance. But for now, we're going to them and make sure that they do the right thing. If they don't, we'll go ahead and seal. The law allows us to do that. So by the time we go into all this cooperation that we want to do with other agencies that are also charged with consumer protection in this country, the effects would be felt all over the country. For now, we agree that it's just a drop in the ocean. But let's start from somewhere. It sends the message. Once this message is very clear,
okay,
that there's somebody that's...
Let me get a few more questions in for you, sir. Go ahead, BC.
Okay, I wanted to find out the price metrics that you're using, because I know that the pricing in an open market is usually different from the pricing in supermarkets, because of course they have their buildings, they have overhead costs, the AC is there, they are paying their workers. It's not like you walking in and then having to bargain to purchase. You just come in and you buy. And I'm asking, are you expecting them to have the same price from, with the stores in the open markets to show that they are not, overly increasing their prices? Or you want them to also have an opportunity to increase their price because of the overhead costs, but still make it a bit reasonable and fair to the consumers?
Okay, what's happening is this. You're talking of things like price gouging now. We have experience during COVID. What really happened was that hand sanitizers and masks, all of a sudden, in one day, you have prices increases 3 or 4 times. So what changed? These are products that you have bought and are already in your store. So this is just because there's demand. So we now decide to just raise the prices. So in this matter too, what's happening is because the dollar kept changing or dollar rate kept rising. So the stores took advantage of that, and in a day you would have these increases in prices. So this is a scientific way of finding out all the things. We sit down with them. Of course, where we don't have the core competence, we bring in consultants. Sit down with all these supermarkets and producers, find out the base cost of these products, how much do they come into your store for, and what is your profit margin. Based on that, what did these products come into your supermarket, and at what rate did you buy them? So why would you change the price because the dollar has gone higher and now that has come lower? If you are talking of replacement value, why is it that the prices are not coming down? Why are they still going up? So that's always an argument. And based on that, I give assurance that prices are and must continue to come down. That's what we are working on. It's a scientific thing, and we have to do the calculations and do them right. Businesses are free to do their business, and we are not a price control agency. We are not. We don't control prices. But then we have to make sure that there is a fair playing field so that commodities can now compete amongst each other and each one would find its price rather than distortions in the market based on some speculation that some people are doing here and there. Exactly what we are looking at and trying to find solutions to.
Let me touch on discrimination a bit, because before you came on, we're discussing the fact that some people... Can you hear me? Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Dr. Adamu? I think we lost him. Hello, sir. Let me go on a short break and try to get him back. We'll be right back.
Due to obnoxious and unfair practices towards customers.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Hello, can I go ahead?